Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Rowan Conquest Gaming. Um, Lots of people have been asking for tutorials, so I'm going to start doing a bunch of tutorials on this little plot right here, and maybe we'll tie them all together. But let's start with our first little cabin. Let's go ahead and do a 3x5. It's a pretty decent size. And for this tutorial, we are going to be using the MSVV Viking skin mod. I'm not going to get all these other ones because we're just building structures right now. Maybe if these tutorials get enough views, likes, and subscribes, maybe we'll revisit them later and decorate them. But for now, we got our foundation. So let's go ahead and get the wood walls and structures skin for the Viking. And we're going to throw our floors down. Oops, missed one. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'm going to want a single door, just because it lines up better. We're going to get our quarters. And then a window wall. Same on this side. Quarters. And a window wall. I'm also going to want a window there, 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 and there. Then we'll switch to the regular walls. Go there, there, and fill in all these empty spots with just a regular wall. Then we're going to go around the entire build and we're going to put a foundation down on the bottom. And for this, you can either use full walls, you can use quarter walls, doesn't really matter. Using full walls, we'll use less structure pieces, but quarter walls won't dig down as far. And then we're going to get our stone wall skin, and we're going to skin the bottom with the stone. And that gives us our foundation. So now we got a stone foundation. Now let's get our wood walls again, and we will skin all these with the wood walls. Now, since this is a cabin, we're going to swap that, swap that, swap all these to regular windows. Because this window is just kind of not what we want. So there's our cabin. I wonder if we flip this. No, that doesn't do anything. What if we flip these? Well, we're just gonna have to live with that. Alright, let's get our slope walls. And this is just gonna be a basic cabin. This side goes there like that. Then we put full wall there. Then we're going to do a quarter wall here. Oops, right past it. And then we're going to do the low slope there. Or no, wait, wrong way. We're going to do that. Because Vikings always had odd shaped roofs. Now, I'm not sure if we can actually do a roof. I mean, that is one of the things that I like the most about the Castlecraft structures mod, because they were really good about adding stuff in. They added lots of angles and everything in so that we could mess around and move stuff around and make stuff work. Aaron Longstaff and Crazy Respawn are brilliant. And then, of course, to fill in this, no, not right there. To fill in this gap right here, we're going to put another row of quarters. And we're going to skin those. Alright, so back here. And I did this because the Viking mod does not have the overhang like the oh, I don't have the quarter walls back. Dang it. How are we gonna do this? Oh wait, no, we'll be fine. Okay. All right, and then we'll go back here. And feel free to mess around with the build itself. If you find out something that works better, let me know. Send me a picture, a photo, or even if you use it, send me a picture on my Discord so that I can see what you've done with it. Yes. No, not that. We need this one. Okay. And then we need more here, but we need the actual roof. And then we want to go back to the ramp. And then we'll get that all skinned up. We need the regular skin there, and then we'll swap to the roof. And then we need ceilings. Pillars. If you want to go medium pillars, or thin pillars, what I meant to say. And then right here we'll go with the half pillars. And then around the outside, we'll throw some pillars, or beams. And then on the bottom, we'll do the thick pillars. The thick pillars we will skin with the stone because they're supporting. And then the rest we will skin with the wood. Whoops. Okay, and then we get our quarter walls back out. Switch our variant to that. We'll put one below and one above. Whoops. We'll have to get that fixed up. We'll leave that one open right there. We'll even take away the beam that we never skinned. And we got to take away this railing. Now we'll get our wood. And again, we'll leave that open. So there's our small cabin. Like I said, they had weird windows or roofs. So but since we have that up there with a little bit of space, we're gonna run, nope, that's not right. We're gonna run our ceiling across the inside here. And then put some supports. Put some vents. Short, 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 short. Oops, didn't want that. Now we're going to have to recycle that variant. Now we got this nice little spot up here. Like I said, this is just my first one with this mod, so well, my first cottage, I should say. I've been building a lot of castles lately, so let's go ahead and get our stairs in here. I just passed them. Put stairs in there, and stairs there. Wrong one. Alright, so that's our little cabin, and back here what I would do is I would set up a little garden area. So but that is our basic Viking cabin. Now, since we're already here and we still have the time, the one that I've used recently in one of my builds is this style right here. So it's kind of rounded there like that. And we'll do the same thing we did over there. And then we'll do our door, some windows, another window, a window in the back, a window on the side. Get back to our regular walls. Do our drop down for the foundation. Okay. Grab our stone for our foundations. Grab our wood for our walls and windows. Arch the door. I used these nice little arched windows, kind of cute. And then what you could also do is instead of using this foundation, I just remembered, and this is something that I found out was pretty cool. You could use of course we're not high enough, so we'll probably have to ghost those in. But if you build it just a little bit higher, well, that is not the one we wanted, but that is the one we want for up here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and ghost so that we can put in yeah, knew that was going to happen. So yeah, if you're going to do this style here, just make sure you're building tall enough to where you can access the bottom parts here. Alright. Then we get our stone for the stairs, but then we grab the stone roof like so. And then it kind of looks like it's on a rocky mount. And then get our roofs back out. Put that there. Put that there. Get our triangle roofs. And our ceiling here. Then we're going to go with the thatch. And there we have a nice little hut. And then, of course, if you feel like it, you could always go right here, raise it up a little bit. You could also do a double. So you have more room inside. Kind of evens it out a little bit, almost like a circle. But yeah, then the roof in the middle would line up a little better, and you could do like a because they don't have the low slope. That's fine. Hopefully they add the low slope triangle uh, roof. That'd be nice. But yeah, you could always. Well, how much time we got? We still got plenty of time. I'm gonna go ahead and slap this together to show you what I would do. Of course, first thing you want to do is get your floor skinned. Can we flip that? Why? Okay, we gotta change that. I don't like having my floors off like that. So since we went off the pre-existing ones, they should line up better now. Okay. Of course, do our floors there. And then, of course, we're still not down far enough, so we'll have to ghost in. No, we don't want that. If it was a bigger style, I would say, yeah, go for that. Do a door on each side. And then we'll go back into ghost mode and get all the lower parts taken care of. Okay. And just do like we did before. So now we got our foundation in. Get our okay, so we want the door in the middle, of course. So we'll do our quarters. Get our door. Oh, had it. Then switch to windows. One there. One there. 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 And then this side is up to you whether you want to do a window or a door. I'm going to go ahead and just try to stick a window in here. Okay. And then, of course, finish it off with regular walls. And then skin the said wall. And then for this one, I might just stick with the regular big windows. These windows are really good for like castle or fort building. So switch to the windows. Of course, we want the arched. And this is why I decided to show you guys this, because this is where we get our different style from. So we do those two. We know those are all triangles. We do those two. Get our triangle ones in here. And this would probably work a little bit better if we would have made it a little longer. But then you come in here because we want to go put that and okay, so I don't want that one. No. I actually want to go with the low slope. So you put the ramp down. It's not much. Like I said, if it was a longer building, then it would have fit a lot better. But since it's not, we gotta adjust, and we'll go with the small. And then do that. Now we know the ramp has to be skinned with the floor one and then adjusted. And then the roof gets the roof skin. And there's another Viking style hut. And like I said, if you build it bigger, you can do more with it. But this is just a beginning looking into Viking mod. I will be doing more tutorials on bigger builds eventually. But this one was just a, hey, look what we can do. I know there's other people who have done better, but I still like to put mine in there. But that'll be it for this one. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And have a great day. Rome Conquest, signing out.